And religion and the system, which God told me, remember last time I preached, God said I spend too much time destroying the old system and not enough time building the new one. And so I'm going to spend just a moment here. The system told us that God couldn't look at sin. The system told us that the fall of man separated all this kind of stuff. He kicks Adam and Eve out of the garden. Really, he really just kind of closed off the tree of the knowledge of good and evil because they would have lived forever. And that God never had anything to do with Adam and Eve ever again. And they had to earn everything. And that's really not true. God actually created the clothes that Adam and Eve wore. So he killed something, a blood sacrifice, so that he could cover their sins. And it's crazy because religion tells you that if you screw up, you mess up, you sin, that God can't look at you. He doesn't want to talk to you. He can't see you. And because you're just so filthy and you're so dirty that God just, Ben, you struggle this week and God he can't even look at you right now. You're just that bad. And really, when we read the scripture and we understand that the very day that Adam and Eve fell in the garden, the very day, who came looking for them in the cool of the evening? God came looking for him in the cool of. He can't look at sin. He would never been able to search for Adam and Eve. He would have killed him right there and started all over again. And on a Thursday night, I was back here singing one Thursday night about, the system told me you couldn't look at sin, but you looked at me. The system told me I couldn't enter in, but you made a way by sending your son. And so we got this gospel, it formed in our brain that God can't look at us and he's upset with us about sin, and that he was so angry and he was so furious at sin that he had to murder his son so that he could have relationship with us. And we have this mean God theology gospel in our belief system. And we got to get that out of us. It's not a mean God gospel where he couldn't look at sin and he despised sinners and he hated sinners and he hates sin and he blah, blah, blah. That's not the gospel. That is not the God. That is not Yahweh that we serve. But if you read the gospel, it's all about this right here. For God so loved the world